So here's a question I often get from avoidant attachment style individuals who are working towards becoming more secure, namely dismissive avoidance and fearful avoidant attachment styles. And they'll often ask me, okay, if I'm doing this work with a partner and they start expressing their needs to me, do I have to meet all of their needs all the time? That feels really overwhelming. Now, here is the answer, and I'm going to take you through the answer, but also like how to healthily approach needs in an interdependent relationship where you're looking to both become securely attached and have these conversations in a healthier manner. So the short answer is no. You don't have to meet people's needs just because they express them. Somebody expressing your needs doesn't bulldoze your sense of self. But in healthy interdependent relationships, especially in primary relationships like romantic partnerships, not like, distant co-working relationships or relationships you have with acquaintances, there is a higher responsibility that we want to take for making compromises. So what this would look like, for example, is let's say you're in a romantic relationship with somebody, you're leaning avoidant and you're doing the work. And somebody comes into the relationship with you and they say, they're doing the work with you and they say, hey, I need more frequent contact. I need to communicate all throughout the day, every single day, whether it's text message, I don't want to go an hour without talking back and forth. And I want to call in the morning and the evening. And let's say you're an avoidant trying to become more securely attached and you're going, okay, this is really overwhelming for me. Like, that is not something I want to do. Do I have to do this because they're expressing it to me in a healthy way? So, this is where we do a few things. Number one, no, you don't have to meet those needs exactly the way they express them. But what you do want to do is try to consider what concessions you would feel comfortable making while also considering yourself, taking yourself into consideration. So, an example of this might be like, okay, if somebody is like, let's pretend I'm the avoidant and I'm dating somebody anxious and they said this to me, I would probably look and I'd be like, okay, that's a big request. And that's something that doesn't feel comfortable to me because I like to be present in my world and I'll be doing other things. And I don't want to have to be tied to my phone all day texting. So, you know, what am I actually available for? And maybe I'd say, I can do a call, once a day. And I want to make sure that this person also knows, hey, if there's ever a day where I'm traveling or doing something and I'm busy, maybe we'll just text that day. Like, I don't want this to be forever. It has to be held to account, but I'll do my best to really show up 7 days a week for a call. And I can definitely do a couple text exchanges throughout the day. So maybe, in the afternoon at lunch, do the morning call and maybe a text exchange before bed, and so I might look and be like, you know what, I can do that. Maybe where I was coming from as an avoidant was, I'll text back and forth a little bit every day. And, okay, I'll do a call each day too. That's something I can work on. And I'll do an extra text exchange. Now, again, this will depend on the individual. Maybe if somebody is co parenting with an ex, they have two jobs, they have a lot of responsibilities. Like, maybe that's not feasible. Maybe it's a call once a day. Maybe it's just texting, morning, afternoon, and evening instead of just, a text message here and there every few days. But the idea is that you look at your individual life, you see what you are available for towards what they requested, and that way you're showing that you're able to move in the direction of that. You're making the effort, but you're also considering what it is that works for you so that you can also follow through and be true to your word. So the idea, if you had to look at it in steps, is hear the request, take yourself into consideration in regards to the request. And step three would be to find a healthy compromise and express that to them. And really to say to this person, hey, I see where you're coming from. I appreciate that you're expressing your needs. I validate your needs and I can see that those are important to you. I also have needs. I also have a certain way of doing things. For me, I can't come all that way, but here's what I can do. And I feel like that's a healthy compromise. And then to insert, what you can do in terms of the direction of their needs. So when you're doing these things, it allows you to have this healthy middle ground between two parties. And it's such a powerful thing to insert into your relationship. Now, if this is something that you are not sure how to do or you feel confused about sometimes, I do have a whole course all about communicating needs that you can check out for free for 7 days using the link in the description box below. And it actually gives you access to everything at PDS, that link, 7 days for free. You can check out all the courses you want. You can definitely get through a course or two if you've got some, a couple hours this week to dive into it. You can get through a course or two within 7 days for free. And it will really, in terms of communication and highlighting that course, it will really give you all the steps and tools you need to better understand like communication hacks and how this works and how to really understand communicating your needs and also making healthy concessions to other people's needs so that you're uniting that. So you're bridging that gap between two people and their different sets of programs. And the way I like to think about this is one person has a totally different set of programming unique to themselves. It's different from you. And when we can understand, hey, we have different programs, but we can communicate our inner worlds in a transparent way, in a kind way, in a respectful way. And then we can find how to bridge that gap through being willing to make healthy compromises around each other's needs. That's how we maintain that bridge between our inner world and another person's inner world that strengthens the relationship, helps us feel more seen and understood, helps us feel more fulfilled because we're actually meeting each other's needs, and doesn't feel like we have to make these sacrifices or violate ourselves to be there for somebody else. And that's really the art of being able to take myself into consideration and hear your needs and take yours into consideration, and then talk about it openly and transparently and find that middle ground. So I have some really exciting news, and it's that integrated attachment theory training is back. In other words, you can be trained to become a relationship coach certified in integrated attachment theory in literally 60 days. So who's this for? Well, of course, this is for any individual who wants to make an impact and really be of service to others while also obtaining freedom and flexibility and abundance in their lives. And this is also for anybody who's already a counselor, a therapist, a coach, and just really wants to expand their toolkit. We've had so many people enter into the integrated attachment theory program because they're just looking to obtain a certain degree of mastery in terms of understanding their own attachment patterns and also the attachment patterns of maybe their children or partner or other loved ones in their lives, so they can really support those people and understand them more deeply. Now, please keep in mind that the last 2 times we ran this program, we filled up very fast. In fact, we oversold the programs and sold out completely. So if you're interested, click the link below to learn more and dive in with me. And I'd love to see you on the other side before seats run out. So I hope this makes sense in terms of an answer to this question. I get this all the time. I was like, I'm just going to make a YouTube video and address this. And again, if you want to do a deeper dive into communication and really working through other communication hacks as a whole, check out that course for free for 7 days using the link below. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. If you are new to this channel, I make literally daily content on YouTube here about all things related to attachment styles, the subconscious mind, and a lot of different reprogramming tools for healing. So please consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video and click the notification bell so you don't miss any future content every day. Thanks for watching. See you in future videos.